Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. My name's Marissa, and today I want to talk to you guys about my top 10 favorite morally gray characters. So to me, a morally gray character is a character who is kind of good at heart, but they can do the morally wrong things even if they're for the right reasons. I know that everybody has different definitions of this, so by giving you my list, I'm kind of showing you what my definition is based on some characters. Hopefully you guys have read some of these books. You know, I'm sure a lot of them are very popular. Some of them may be a little bit more obscure, but you know, anyway, without much further ado, I'm going to stop yapping and actually get into my list. So the first one I want to talk about, well, the first two really, are Tannen and Locke Lamora from the Lies of Locke Lamora series, and that is by Scott Lynch. Now, these two are essentially good characters at heart. However, they do the wrong things. They basically grow up learning how to steal to survive. They grow up learning how to steal so that other people don't beat them up, and then eventually they get into having to kill people not only for survival but in order to you know, help themselves out and help others out. So essentially they're doing the wrong things, even if they believe that they're for the right reasons. So that's why those two made this list. So the third one is, of course, Verus from the Alex Verus series by Benedict Jacka. That was a tongue twister for me, apparently. So Alex Verus is very much a morally gray character. I still can't, after reading even like 10 books, I still can't really wrap my head around whether he's supposed to be a good character or a bad character. He really rides that line. He does a lot of things that are very good. You know, he helps his friends out. He, you know, tries not to get people killed. He tries not to go too far over to the dark side, but he does do a lot of things like killing people and kind of using some darker magic. And, you know, he really rides that line between the good and the bad. So that's why he made this list. So the next one is going to be Alexander from Docile, and I know this is kind of a weird one, but Alexander is one of the main characters in the book, and he is the one whose family created the drug Docile, which is what they put the Dociles on so they don't remember their time in servitude. So Alexander starts off as not even really realizing what this drug does to people or what society has kind of pushed them into being, and I think throughout the book he kind of gains more clarity on it, but he also kind of likes the way that things are being run in the beginning. So I think that his character change over the book may put him more in the good category, but because of everything he does in the beginning and everything he stands for, you know, I think he kind of rides the line of morally gray. So the next one, I cannot go a whole top 10 list without talking about a Harry Potter character. So this one is, of course, Severus Snape. And you guys know, he's one of my like all-time favorite bad guys. And I know Snape does a lot of horrible things to Harry and other students, but then again, he also does try to protect them and try to shield them from the bad things, and ultimately I think his motives were good. He just let his personal feelings get in the way, so he does, for me, really ride that line between good and evil. So the next character that I'm going to talk about is Chade, and he is from the Farseer Trilogy by Robin Hobb. Now, if you guys haven't read these books, because I know these ones are kind of popular, but I really haven't heard a lot of people talk about them, probably because they're older, but the Farseer Trilogy is about this boy. He is a bastard of the king's son, or yes, the king's son. Jeez, I can't talk today. It's too early in the morning to be doing this. So anyway, he is a bastard. He was basically fathered by one of the princes, and he ends up growing up at court, and he becomes an apprentice to the court assassin, basically. And the court assassin is Chade, and Chade does kill people, of course, for the kingdom, and he's very wise and he is very knowledgeable, but you know, he does some morally gray things. So I think honestly both Chade and Fitzchivalry, those are the two assassins, could both kind of count as morally gray characters. So the next one is one of my favorite bad guys of all time, and that is Gentleman Johnny Marcone from the Dresden Files, Harry Dresden series. And Gentleman Johnny Marcone, he is one of my favorite bad guys. I just love him. So he is a gangster, and he runs the underworld in Harry Dresden's Chicago world. So he is basically the bad guy, or he is portrayed as the bad guy. He runs the crime syndicates, he runs, drugs, he runs money, he runs this, that, and the other thing. But his motives for doing all of that is to keep Chicago's underworld in a nice, tight little line so that people don't get hurt and people don't get killed. And ultimately, he is about protecting everyone. He's just doing it in a bad way because these things are going to exist with or without him. So he decided that him ruling all of this bad, seedy underworld type of people is really what is best for the ultimate good, which, just warms my little heart. But Johnny Marcone, he's very proper, he's very prim, but he's also a total badass. He's one of those who wears a three-piece suit, but, he could be carrying a machine gun and mow down a bunch of bad guys. He's amazing. Anyway, he's a great reason to read the Harry Dresden series if you haven't before. So the next character I am going to go with is Kvothe from the Kingkiller series, which is The Name of the Wind and the Wise Man's Fears. And I absolutely love Kvothe. I love this story. I love being inside of his head, but he does do some bad stuff. I mean, he does kill people. He grew up and, having to survive and learning how to steal. So he does have some really morally gray moments, and I just adore him. I love these books so much. So Kvothe is a very morally gray character. So the next two are both from Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, and that is Vin and Kelsier. And they are from the first series, the first trilogy in the Mistborn series. They both are like running these crews that are, they steal and they kill people, and, essentially they're your underworld seedy bad guys. But they end up, going on to try to save the world. So, there's got to be a balance there. So, anyway, that is my top 10 list of morally gray characters. So you guys let me know down in the comments whether any of these are characters you would have put on your list, or hell, what is your list? Let me know down in the comments and we'll have a discussion. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching my video. I upload every Wednesday and Saturday, and I would really love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe my videos. Have a great day.